Alright, hey viewers, this is WatchMeSC, and I'm bringing you another viewer FPVod. Here we have ourselves AMD Pyra versus me, WatchMeSC. I'm playing Protoss. He is playing Terran off-race. This map is Neo Medusa. It is a 3-player map with the spawns at where I am at around 6 o'clock or so. And then on the middle right side, about 2:30 or so. And this map is special for a couple reasons. There's a mineral natural right behind your main, to the left of my main. There's a mineral natural, which is like obviously on higher ground above your base. And there's an entrance that there's like a temple, like a bunch of stacked temples on top of each other, which is like a second entrance to your base that also leads behind your base to the mineral natural. I'll show you later. It's in here. It's messing me up and causing me problems, so shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, you'll see it pretty easily if you're even watching the game at all, and you'll hear about it if you're watching it, cause I'll be bitching. Quick real while the game's still warming up, I'm just scouting around. Give a couple shout outs. CoolP614, he was one of the first commenters on a couple of my videos. Impact 200, he was the first commenter on a video. And Smasher225, you were the first commenter again. So just thanks everyone for leaving comments. Really, I appreciate the comments. It's fun reading them. I read every comment. You know, I'm pretty much a nerd, so I sit around and make videos, post videos, and wait till you guys watch and or comment my video. And I'm like, yay! Like a little kid in a candy store. Except my candy is your guys' comments. Anyway, yeah, I didn't scout him first. Over there on the right side, like I said, is the spawn. And here, this is like one of the secret ways. For those of you who don't know, watch when I build a pylon. A pylon, you can build a pylon on top of the probe who is building the pylon. So, like, if there was another probe there, a second probe, I wouldn't be able to place the pylon down. But since there's only one, I click him to the mineral so he gets as close as he can to the mineral line. Just getting 3 on gas here. Cybernetics core down in just a second. Standard build, standard opening. I'm going for a goon range. And I sneak him in the back of his base. That's his mineral only. And I'm going to build a pylon there. I'm going to try some cheesy stuff right now. Let's see how that goes. See how that turns out. It looks like his SCV just went behind my mineral line. I got to keep an eye on that because a lot of lower level players tend to lose the scouting SCV or scouting worker early on, and that can really cause a lot of problems when they're going like a tech build later and the SCV just pops out of nowhere and he's like, hey guys, what are you doing? It's like, oh my god, are you serious right now? So yeah, you gotta keep an eye on that scouting SCV because he's there for information. And right there he was probably scouting for my other pylon because for good players, if you look at my food count right now, I have actually like only 7 more food than I have 7 more total supply than I had supply. So I had to have a pylon somewhere to have that many units. And if you're a good enough player, you should notice that. So here I dropped the gateway down, and yeah, I'm just gonna try to get some cheese going on there. I got my zealot going to the front to try to do some harassment. And, okay, I see that he's building a friggin' building there. I'm like, god damn it. And I know that he's probably got to see me. I mean, in hindsight, he might not have been able to see me because it wasn't done yet. So I figure, yeah, right there, if you saw that, it was hard to tell. It was hard to see. I did it really quick. But I canceled the gateway. I was like, okay, whatever. That's clearly not going to work. In hindsight, I might have should have kept it because I did just own the shit out of that SCV right there, which is pretty sick. And now I'm putting down my expansion. It's a little late. I should have gotten it up around 400 minerals, but you know, I suck, so I didn't. I did kill that SCV, which probably maybe supply blocked him and slowed him down a little bit, so that's always good. I'm sticking on one gate right now because I don't know, I'm just kind of feeling risky, and I need this. I feel like Pyra is a better player than me. He said he's like C, or he beats like C players all the time, and I feel like I'm barely D level. So basically, I feel like I need to do something. So right now, I'm doing like a fast tech without getting too many gateways down to spend a lot of minerals on defending my base. I'm just gonna use a couple of units at his base and do, you know, try to expand as fast as I can. I think I might take my mineral naturals. Oh yeah, and my freaking Zealot runs past. I snipe his Marine there, and I'm not able to deal that much damage to him right here. I mean, you know, I hurt his tank, but I'm not going to win the game right now. I'm just dealing a little bit of harass damage right there. I feel like I should have expanded again. Honestly, right now I have the time. He's still on one base, and I really should do another expansion here instead of something else. But whatever. I should have transferred some probes. Transfer some probes, you freak. So I transferred 5 probes here. It's probably not enough. But that's how many I transfer. Drop a second gate now for the first time. Really? No, I dropped my second gate for the 3rd time. And yeah, this is just a pretty standard game overall. It's just another viewer game, FPVod. I'm trying to explain it for those of you who don't know. Basically, the reason I'm trying to take all these expansions is because I want to get an economic advantage. It makes me weak right now because I don't have many units. Instead of many units, I have a lot of gateways. But later on, I'm going to be able to have such a huge economy, I'm going to be able to put down like a bunch of gateways and constantly use them. As opposed to having 4 gateways I use throughout, you know, the whole game with like a worse economy. I can have, you know, 2 gateways I use all the time right now, and then like 10 gateways later, where I can just max out and have like so many units and stuff. I'm kind of doing okay this game overall. I mean, I'm keeping my money kind of low for the most part. I got right there, if you see, I have an F2 and F3 hotkey where it's just the screen changes and my mouse doesn't move. That's when you set a screen hotkey like that, it's easier. It helps me to macro. I don't know what I'm doing right there. I'm like, just staring at the screen. Here I set this unit on patrol. But back to screen hotkeys. I use F2 and F3 to set screen hotkeys, which allow you to like press F2 or F3 to go back to that screen. Anytime I press F2 now, I can just go straight to the screen where I have a lot of stuff. I don't know how my units got lured right there. That sucked. That definitely sucked, but oh well, you know, shit happens. I'm trying to build a lot of observers here. I think lower level players should build observers. And the screen hotkey is good for macroing. I don't know if I said it yet, but right here I was having some trouble. I was like, what is going on? I was like, why can't I build my nexus there? But then I realized that that probe was there, blocking me like crazy. Here I'm kind of going for, like I said, just like expansions and tech right now. I'm not really worried about getting a lot of gateways up. He hasn't made any indication he's going to push. I mean, if he did push, I would probably be in trouble. I'm not going to lie. I have been generally using those gateways fairly well, but I could be using them a lot better. So I'm going pretty fast arbiter tech here. And over here on this side, I'm going to be building a gateway, and I mean, you'll see. It's just a little block to prevent vulture harass. In my opinion, it does fairly well. I mean, it's not like crazy Gosu, but for what it is, it does a decent job. And here, I don't know, like some parts of this game, what was I thinking? I saw the missile turret, I was like, durr, let me just run past it, and then I go back, and I'm like, maybe I'll save it, and I don't. Obviously, I don't. So yeah, the way I built that was